Hello, everyone. Hope you are well on this Sunday afternoon. Right as I was starting to record, Miss Ella jumped in my lap, so I think she just wanted to say hello. So, you gonna say hello? All right, say hello. I think she's jealous because I've been giving Teddy some more attention on the shorts, on the short videos. So she's like, you know what? You need to show me a little more. Okay. All right, is that good? All right, puppy time is over. Okay, get down there. Okay. We can learn a lot from dogs, can't we? A lot. I think we have been, oh, not just us here. I'm guilty too. But a lot of folks have been a bit distracted over the last few days by the shiny object. You know what I'm talking about? I have to give Mrs. Dawg credit for the title, or part of the title of this video, being distracted by a shiny object, the big Chinese balloon, and it turns out there was more than one. Of course, there's a lot more I could say about that. I'm really not going to. There's a lot I want to that I could, but I don't want to get myself in trouble. Number one, and two, I'm talking about being distracted by it. So, you know, and I'm part of it. It's easy to fall into it. The media has been, or was, still is, really just fueling this further as well. So, even as I was watching this, some of you were commenting on some of the other videos, on my past video or two, that the same thing, like this is a distraction or we are being distracted. Even if it's not on purpose to distract you, it's working, and keeping our eyes off the ball or the other balls in play, which keep on rolling. I'm going to talk about what else is going on or continuing to happen as we're all watching this thing. So it's been something else, the last few days. So, like I said, the media has just fueled this thing big time. Still talking about it nonstop on TV, online, radio, you name it. Some of the other things, I'm gonna go over a few things here. I wrote a lot down. I don't know if I'll mention every part of it, but other things that are going on while this is happening. Like I said, there's more than one balloon. There's been a history of them. It comes out that this has happened other times that just we haven't been told about it, or they weren't detected. They weren't even detected probably. So, and probably has happened in the previous administration as well. I think they probably were. So, also speaking of China, I was reading where experts are saying that if and when we get into a major conflict with them, military-wise, at least right now, we're in tough shape because our weapon stockpiles are low because, heck, a lot of them are going to Ukraine. So if we were to get into a dogfight with them right now, we would probably run out of a lot of key munitions within days. They're saying within days. Can you believe that? I mean, I believe it, actually. I really do. They would be depleted so fast. Okay, moving from that, some other things that are happening that people just aren't paying as much attention to, but I saw this today. There's been a large-scale internet blackouts. Country of Italy, I don't know if it still is, but I know earlier today, they basically have had no internet. So big internet blackout there. Thousands of servers around the world have been hit by cyber attacks. Not a surprise. In other news, and this should not be a big surprise to you, but we're just being lied to by many of the powers that be. I'm not going to get specific, but every day, all day long. It's like, I don't know what to believe anymore. Economic conditions much worse. And I'm speaking United States, but probably applies to others too. Economic conditions are much worse than you're being told. And I've touched on this before, but just recently, but the United States standard of living keeps tanking. More and more households are unable to make the ends meet. We feel that here too. We really do. And I know a lot of you do. Disposable income continues to shrink and decline to where it's the only thing that was worse. It declined so much in the last year. The only other time it declined so much was the Great Depression. So that's something. So, that's a big issue. And it's going to continue to deepen this year, I believe. Border issue. I was reading an article, and this is scary. It says that an Arizona hospital that's on the border down there is on the brink of collapse. Because over the last year, they look back and have spent at least $20 million on migrant care. So the border is being overrun every single day in multiple areas, it looks like. But this one focused on Arizona. So this hospital is about to have to close. Now, it said they're okay today, but if this continues, they're not going to be able to stay open. So they're getting overwhelmed by the migrants, which, hey, I don't blame them for wanting to come here. I blame our leadership for not at least having a control, a controlled flow or something. I mean, there's a legal way to do it, right? But over the last year, more on that in a minute, but over the last year, there's no payer source. They're just coming in, of course. They need care. They provide the care. Maternity unit has reached capacity. It's just an uncontrolled flow. And I believe that this is just one place, but I believe that if this issue continues without solutions, I think this country is going to be unrecognizable. It's going to be unrecognizable within a short few years. Maybe not even that long. It's that bad. Unrecognizable, I believe. And please understand, I'm not against immigration. I'm for immigration. My mother was an immigrant. My mom came to the United States, didn't know hardly a lick of English, but she learned it. It didn't happen overnight. She had to work hard to do it. She went through the steps. She jumped through the hoops. It took some time. She didn't have a lot of money either. Took the classes, passed the tests, learned the language, and became a citizen the legal way. And she's very proud. She's one of the most patriotic people you'll ever meet. This is an invasion. I'm for immigration, but I'm not for an invasion. And it's going to fundamentally change this place in a way that you just won't recognize it. There has to be solutions, but there has to be leadership. We lack that terribly. We lack leadership terribly on many levels, I believe. That's just a few things that are happening. We know there's a lot else, other things going on, of course. Now, verse I'm going to share, I believe, I have a feeling it's going to help somebody out there. Okay? Because we went to church this morning. We've been going to church, and Pastor was talking about this, among other things, but made some good points. I can't say it as polished as he can. However, I will try. This was one of the verses that they covered today in church. This is from 1 John chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "See what great love the Father has lavished on us, that we should be called children of God. And that is what we are. The reason the world does not know us is that it did not know him. And they were talking this morning about one of the a myth that is too common out there among Christians too, is that quote unquote, I'll never be good enough. And we don't have to be all the time. We don't have to be. We are human. We are broken. We are sinful. God's love is not based on our goodness. It's based on his goodness. Thank goodness. Thank God, right? We don't have to be perfect. We're not Jesus. We just have to repent, accept, and go from there. And do the best we can. Keep striving to be like Jesus. And keep praying. But I hope this was helpful. Share your thoughts. Keep preparing. Keep preparing. Keep trying as best we can to get our houses in order. Keep preparing as best we can every day. Try to focus on something or something every week. Because I still believe this year is going to be one doozy. Okay. So God bless you. I'll see you soon.